everyone, welcome back to Danielle's Decor. Well, today I thought I'd do a cute little fall candlestick project. My mom come over the weekend and we did one, and so I wanted to do one to go with it and show you guys how simple and easy this was. I have been fighting a vicious cold for the last week, so if I start having coughing fits, I will try to edit them out of this video. You can still hear it, I'm very congested. So it's starting to go away and I'm starting to feel better, but I just have a nasty cough. That's all this stuff trying to come back out. So I'm starting already. Hopefully we can get through this without me having any coughing fits. I've been outside with my husband, running around in the yard. It's miserable hot out there and all my makeup's kind of half gone, but I wanted to do this little project for you guys and I wanted to share something with you. Yesterday, I got a text from Arlynn over at Arlynn's Country Craft Corner, and she said, "Hey, check your porch, I sent you something." And I was like, "You sent me something? Really?" I was touched that she would just think of me. And when I got home, I looked out on my porch and got the box, brought it in. You guys, I was so shocked and so touched by what she sent me. And you know, I don't expect anybody to send me anything. I don't expect you guys to spend any of your money on me. You know, use that for yourself, do things for yourself. But I was so surprised that she did this for me and so touched that I called her and I'm in tears, you know. I was speechless. Uh-oh. We got little Shep over here. He wants to say hi too. Are you trying to talk, Shep? Right in the middle of what I was saying. We got Shep trying to talk. But anyway, I wanted to share what she did for me. The last video where I did my floral arrangement, my poor little glue gun was just not cooperating right. Well, she felt bad for me, her and her husband. And you guys, she sent me this. And if you know what this is, if you watch her channel, you know exactly what this is. This is the glue gun that she has. This thing, I'm gonna get to use it for the first time. I feel like a little kid at Christmas. I'm so excited. Check this out. Is this thing not amazing? Look at this, the handle, I've got it on right now. It's got the temperature control at the bottom, but it's got the little stand so you can set it up like that. Is this thing not the coolest ever? You guys, I was so shocked and so surprised that she sent this to me, and I'm just so grateful for her. Really, I am. You know, not in the sense that she sends me things, but just I'm blessed that I know her and that I can call her my friend. I really am. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. This thing is like, this is some hardcore crafting right here. I'm just excited to play with it. I feel like a little kid with a new toy. I'm like, let's get to crafting. Let's make something. So we're gonna play with this on our little project today. I went to Walmart today and I bought one of these little silicone mats. It actually came in a little set with the pan and the little thing, but I need a new pan anyway, so I just went ahead and bought the whole little set so that I can lay this down on the table and then set my glue gun down on top of that. And that way, if any glue falls out, it just falls on the silicone mat and I can just peel it right back off. But it has a little case that it comes with, and you can store your glue gun inside like that. And then it's got an extra little nozzle that's a wider nozzle. You have a wider and a smaller one, so. Oh, I'm sorry about the coughing, you guys. I was really hoping I could make it through this whole thing and not cough once, but high expectations, you know. So, anyway, I'm excited to try this out, and I wanted to share that with you guys. She is such an amazing person, just her personality. She has such a sweet disposition to her, and I absolutely love her to death. She is a dear, dear friend of mine. So, for those of you that don't know, check her out, Arlynn's Country Craft Corner. She does amazing, beautiful work, floral arrangements, decor, all kinds of stuff. And she's just a great person to watch. Personality-wise, she's awesome. And she is the same in real life as she is on her channel. You know, she is who she is. And you see who she is in her videos. So, anyway, I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but She's awesome. Check her out. Arlynn at Arlynn's Country Craft Corner. She's just a sweet lady. Love her to death, you guys. So, today's project, I'm going to show you what we're going to be making. We are going to be making this right here. And basically, it's a candlestick that I did a little kind of floral arrangement on the top. Super, super simple. I'll show you guys what you'll need, and I'll give you guys a supply list. It's only a few things, and then we'll get started doing it. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the things that you'll be needing, like I said, usually I don't give you guys a supply list. I just kind of show you what I'm going to use as I go. But because this doesn't take very many things, I thought I'd go ahead and list it all here. And I will put a full list of everything in the description box below in case you guys want to read through, copy, paste, whatever of that. First thing, candlestick, any color that matches your stuff, anyone that you have would work, as long as it has a wider top so that you have a place to build your decor on. So candlestick is very important. Second thing is a little grapevine wreath. I do not know how big this is, probably what, about 6 inches? About 7 across, I guess. So these right here, this came from Hobby Lobby. You get 2 of them for $4.99, I think. I don't know if they have them on sale. I used my 40% off coupon on these, but they come 2 in a pack. So 2 of these, well, you only need 1 per candlestick, but 1 of these little grapevine wreaths like that. And then, back to coughing again. From Hobby Lobby, I grabbed 1 of these little leaf things like this. You might want to get 2 or 1 like this and 1 in another color, because I am going to be using just extra little leaves that I have, kind of loose leaves that I have left over, just to kind of give a little bit of a color against this one. But if you wanted to add more to the back here, you can see my styrofoam on that one. But if I wanted to cover it up, you could always add more leaves to the back if you're going to be seeing the back of it. If not, I wouldn't worry about it. That's going to be sitting where you're not going to see the back, so I'm not going to worry about covering it. But 1 or 2 leaf picks like this. And this brown one I like because when you hold it out, your leaves are all laying flat facing up. So it works really well when you're laying it on your candlestick. All your leaves are facing up and they're all kind of laying flat. So 1 of these little leaf picks, and then I grabbed a little pick like this. Now this leaf pick was $2.99 and it was 40% off. I believe this one was $3.99 and 40% off. So basically what we do on there is we're just gonna kind of lay them like that. Everything is on this pick. You don't have to add anything. You don't have to add the pumpkin. It's all just 1 pick, which makes it so much easier. You don't have to worry about trying to add in a bunch of different little things to it. So we have those 2. And if you wanted to cover your styrofoam, you could always use some of this little moss like this and lay it over top of your styrofoam, and then you wouldn't see it. You just see the moss. That's an option as well. That's up to you. I don't care if you see the styrofoam, because it's going to be facing the back, and nobody, unless you really look at it, you're not going to see it. So I'm not worried about it. From the Dollar Tree, I picked up 1 of these little foam blocks like this, and these actually, I love these because they fit perfectly into most of my candlesticks like that. So I love these little foam blocks like this. They fit just no problem. And then I grabbed 1 of these little things of Bittersweet, and as you can tell, I've already cut a couple pieces off and used in the other one. So 1 of those. And oh, I have 1 more thing from where'd it go? Oh, from Hobby Lobby. I have 1 of these that I added in there as well. So with the little beads, and this was $1.49 and 40% off at Hobby Lobby. And the last couple things, glue dots are very helpful. I glue dot this foam to my candlesticks, so it does not go anywhere. It stays put. It doesn't fall off, so it holds it on there. So they stick to the hard foam like this, but they do not stick to the Oasis stuff. These glue dots don't work with it, but the hard foam it does. And the last thing is one of these. This is the little shish kebab skewers. These things have been a wonder in my crafting. I use these little sticks for everything. So if you don't have any, get a package of these, keep in your stash. I'm sure you will find 50,000 uses for these little shish kebab skewers. So I bought a pack like 2 years ago and I still have plenty and I break them out and use them whenever I need them. So anyway, one of these little things. And you don't have to do it this way. This is just how I did it. And like I said, it was super simple and only took a few minutes for me to put this together. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna face you guys down and we're gonna get to work on this. So I'll be right back. So basically what I did was I took my little styrofoam block like this and I cut it in half. Made 2 little pieces. And I did that because I didn't want it to be that thick. I didn't want to have to cover up that much styrofoam. I just wanted a little piece of it. So basically I'm going to take my little glue dots like this and I'm just going to put a couple of them on my candlestick like that. I just need a couple. So 2 little glue dots on there, and then I'm going to set my foam on the top. So that way my foam's not going to fall out, it's not going nowhere. Stuck perfectly. And then I'm going to take my wreath and I'm going to figure out how I want my wreath because these are not like perfectly round here. I'm going to make sure that I get it centered on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little skewer and I'm going to run my little skewer right through my wreath and down into my foam like that. See how I got it wedged down in there? And that's going to hold my wreath down on there. So, and I want to kind of keep it to the back of my foam like that. I'm going to take my little wire cutters and I'm going to cut that off right there. Then I'm going to come over here on this side and I'm going to come down through my grapevine and into my wreath on that side. So now I have, and you can't even really see it, I have one right there, my other one's over here, and then I'm going to cut this one off like that. And that's going to hold that on there. Now that I got my sticks in there, I'm going to throw a little bit of glue down in here. There we go. Oh my goodness, this thing is awesome. I'm loving this. Just to kind of help hold that stick down in there onto my styrofoam. Loving this glue gun, you guys. The trigger just pulls so nice and easy. I'm not fighting with it and shloop out it came. So, okay. I'm gonna let that glue kind of harden a little bit. So, now once we got that attached on, I'm gonna take my leaves and I want part of my leaves hanging down and part of my leaves coming up. So let me get this. I hate these tags on these things. Get the tag off of there. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull 2 leaves and then I'm gonna cut it just on that side of those 2 leaves right there. So I have 2 leaves left on here and then I have my leaves right here. And then these I want kind of laying kind of like, oh, and truthfully, I need to look at this one. I did this one with the leaves coming this way, so when I do this one, I need my leaves to go this way. I need it to go the other way, so that they're going in opposite directions, I tend to make my stuff go from right to left. So this one's gonna be a little bit backwards for me. So basically, I'm just gonna kind of tuck this underneath of this wreath right here. I'm gonna tuck it back in there, and then I'll throw some glue in it. There. Just so that it kind of comes down like that. It's kind of hanging off, and it's kind of, as you can see, it's kind of tucked back in there, which I'll probably trim this down a little bit. And then I'm gonna throw some glue in it. Just to keep that in place so it doesn't go anywhere. There. So, just have my leaves kind of coming down here off to the side. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of glue right there. Just to hold that. I'm gonna use this little stick. Just to hold my kind of wire piece down. My little leafy piece down. So it's not popping up so much. That's not saying. Okay. Well, we'll have to let that dry. Okay. So now that we have that going that way, I'm gonna cut this down like that. This one, I want to go kind of coming up. I feel like that thing's, my thingy's kind of wobbling here. There we go. I had to get my glue on that little stick because it kept kind of sliding back out. So that's what we have so far. Our little leaves going this way, little leaves coming up the other way. Super simple. Now for this right here, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna cut kind of down. I don't want to cut it apart, but I want to trim off this end. I want to keep it kind of short. So, and it's really kind of thick, so let's see if we can, there we go. That's hard work. So basically I just trim that off. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay that on top. Like that. I got a chef down here at my feet. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue in here just to kind of keep this from shifting and moving around on me. Like that. Just to kind of help hold that in place right there. So, super simple, super easy. And I think this leaf right here, because I've got such a big gap, I'm gonna take this little leaf right here and I'm gonna pull it right up just like that. You know what I think I'm gonna do? Just because that one's sticking up farther than I want it to, I'm gonna cut this leaf off just because it was sticking way up, and I'm just gonna slide it down a little bit farther in. So let me move this one and get it in a little closer to the other ones, just to help kind of close that little bit of gap. And I'm just wedging it down into the grapevine, like that. There. Just moved it down a little bit farther, like that. So, now that we have that in there, I'll make sure I get my okay, so that's what we have so far. Now I'm going to come in with a couple pieces of this Bittersweet, and I like that it just, let me see if I can find, I like that it's got the little bit of orange, you know, it just brings a little bit more color, because these are kind of the muted colors in here. So I want to add a little bit of this. Let me go ahead and put some glue on this. Just put a little drop of glue on the end of this, and then I'm going to come in behind my pumpkin, and this I'm wedging down into my foam underneath, just to kind of give it a little bit of orange color coming up, like that. I'll take one more, and I'm going to have those coming out down here, and I'll probably just use two down here at the bottom. Like that. I'll have one there, and then we'll do one more. Put a little bit of glue on this. And you guys, I will say, this glue gun is everything it's cracked up to be. It is awesome. It is doing awesome over here. I'm not fighting, I'm not struggling. You know, I still cannot believe that she done that. That to me was just surprising. It really was. So, that's kind of what we have. Just a couple of little bit of sweet coming up and two kind of coming out the bottom. Now, I want to add, let me go ahead and add a couple of these little berries. Oh, I'm gonna take the time to kind of fluff them all out a little bit in there. And I think, let me trim that down. I think I'm gonna put one, I know you guys are kind of looking at the back of it, but I'm gonna put one kind of coming out over here on that side of the pumpkin. My leaf fell out of my other one. I didn't glue these leaves in, and I probably should have. I might do that while I got this glue gun on. Go ahead and get my other leaf glued in over there. So I'm gonna put one more kind of coming straight out the front. I got one kind of coming out this way and then one coming out this way. And then I'll do a taller one up here. Get the tags off these things. So I'm gonna take a minute, fluff these little berries out. berries coming up the top. And the last little thing that I'm gonna add is some of these yellow kind of orangey flowers. And this was on just like a little extra leaf thing that my mom had. So she went ahead and gave me her couple little extra pieces because I love the yellow and orangey color against that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut these leaves off of this pick because I just want that color leaf. I don't want the red. I just want the yellow and the orange. So, need 3 of them. And then I'm gonna take my biggest one, my biggest leaf, put a little bit of glue on this so that it doesn't go anywhere. And then that one's gonna come, no, that's gonna come out that way, doesn't it? I feel like it needs to be over here, honestly. I know the other one's not that way, but I feel like this one needs a leaf right there. So I'm gonna add that in there. See how it just gives it that pop of orange and yellow? I just think that's so pretty. And then this one, ooh, I'm dripping glue everywhere. It comes out so easy that I'm over pulling on the trigger. I'm used to having to fight with these things. Okay, so this one we're gonna do one right there. I'll be so glad when this cough is gone. So we did one on the other side, and then I'm gonna do one right here. And you can kind of see my foam right in through here. So hopefully when I get this leaf in here, it will hide most of that. So I'm gonna go in right about there, I think. So we're gonna use this little leaf to hide our styrofoam. Like I said, if you wanted to cover your styrofoam with the moss beforehand, you can do that, and then you won't have to worry if any of it's showing. You'll just see the moss. That's up to you. It is nice when you're doing floral arrangements to be able to kind of bury that, but it's a personal preference. So sometimes it's a little more messy than it's worth. My thing won't stay up in there. Get in there. My leaf's not going back in there where I want it to. Oh, I just had you in there a second ago. There. That'll work. There. Like that. Now you can't see that foam. So you can still see it on the back like that. And like I said, if you want to cover the back and you don't want to use the foam, you could always take a little thing of leaves and stick back there to kind of help cover it up. Or you could just leave it like that and put it up against something so you're just looking at the front. But that's it. Done. That was so simple to do, just a couple little things. Couple little berries, couple little bittersweet, a few little leaves, and one pick, and a little wreath. And it's simple. Now, you can see how I kind of attached the little thing on with the sticks. I cut them down. You can't even see the sticks down in there. You can see it on this one just a little bit. But holds it, it's not going nowhere. Not falling. So now I have a set of 2. And they will sit like this. This one's taller. So they can sit like that in my living room. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love these. It's such a simple idea, but it's just really pretty and different. Candlesticks don't have to be just for candles anymore. You can do all kinds of beautiful things with them. So, anyway, I'll set that one over there. This is the one I just did. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video and give these little things a try. Like I said, super simple. A beginner could do this. You don't have to have a lot of flower arranging skills to make one of these. And they are just so cute for fall. So I will be using these in my living room. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Till next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye.